So we're all raring to go again. In life, of course, there's so much more important than this game, and yet this game feels so important. It is crucial, imperative that the teams harbouring ambitions to go a long way come smoothly out of the blocks here, and it's all building up very nicely. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
Luis Figo, now there's a class act.
You can't disagree with that.
Well, he loves to roam across advanced midfield positions, but his most natural position is on the right side, where he uses a very clever brain to go and create.
So off we go then. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. It's a goal kick. Oh, it's a shot at goal! It's in! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Ha segnato al quinto minuto, numero 19.
It is a super start. So far, so very good. Tries to play it through. And this is Raul. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Gonzalez. Great vision. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. No way through, so back it comes. Oh, that's a fine interception. Can he spark a counter here? Raul. And here's Figo. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Quarter of an hour played. And he ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And that's going to be a booking. And here's Vinicius Junior. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Strong running down that left flank. And he's being shifted off it. Maradona. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And it's been shipped out wide.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Pinches it off him. Now, can they get him away?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Ngonge receives it in a wide position. Oh, there's a probing ball.
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Maradona will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Stood up well to him there. Has a look and plays it forward. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. This is a promising build-up.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Cucurella played up towards the front line. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Gonzalez.
Milan certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Vinicius Junior knocks it into space. Figo in acres of space out wide. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
That's destined for the flank. Can he get it through? It's crossed into the middle. Now, what about a counter-attack? That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Yamal. That's a sharp pass. What's going wide left? He's on it, can he get away? No, that's been dealt with. And that signals the end of the first period. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Milan trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So we're off again.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Gonzalez. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Played out to the left flank. That's gone for a throw-in. Gonzalez. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Tries to pass it through. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Milan still this single goal behind. Gonzalez.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Vinicius Junior. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite.
Vinicius Junior. Oh, strongly challenged there. Now it's Ngonge. Vinicius Junior under intense pressure.
Yeah, and as their most significant attacker, he isn't about to receive any generous invitations.
Yamal. Maradona. Chance for a shot! Now that is commitment to the cause.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Well, that is one way to stop him. And he's lost his man here. That is great defending, so alert.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this...
Jamal! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 7.
So changes afoot here and from both sides.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
He's having a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And now they can spring out of defence. Pickle. And it's Maradona. Aimed beyond the defence. He's found a way through.
Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And it's over the line, and that'll be a goal kick. Milan making further changes here, and in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Numero 13.
Milan have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Time is running out here.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Pickle. Figo. Can he get on the end of this? Vinicius Junior, he is onto this. Oh, good climb! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Maradona is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 18.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes. Mbappe coming on here as broadly expected.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
Moments left, barely that, to avoid a shock defeat now.
Llobregat can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. We are into stoppage time. Looking for options for movement. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, sweet feet. Here comes the cross. Tries to get it clear. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, I hate to sound too harsh, Peter, but that was poor. I mean, devoid of ideas, devoid of guile, devoid of cohesion, and ultimately devoid of any real fight. It just wasn't a great watch.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
It's hard not to be impressed with Carlos Soler, Peter. A playmaker come wide player of great pedigree. Touted as a potential successor to some of the notable greats, but I think he's a very fine player in his own right. He's got all his own qualities.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. And that gets things running. Gomez. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. They've played it short. Aramburu, and he shoots! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Aramburu is offering a wry smile there.
Carlos Soler goes short, and he whips it in.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
And the finish! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Gomez. Oh, that's a key interception.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Over to the right flank. Kubo has it in a wide position. Cleared away. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Edmilson. And Jamal. Turns back here, probably the best option. Vinicius Junior is onto it in a flash. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Quarter of an hour played. Martin. Milan, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Martin, played out to the left flank. Baranechea. He's in a good position here. He's looking wide. Chance here to counter. Carlos Soler. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Edmilson. Kubo charging forward, the ball at his feet. Clipped into space. And he's gone looking for safety. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Tupozqua clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
That's tidy. Baranechea puts a cross in. Courtois claims it, safe hands. And he's been shifted off it. Chaleta Shah. And it's Gomez. Baranechea has the space to scheme. And that has been knocked clear. Well, that's a clever-looking ball. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Vinicius Junior gets into a good position. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Vinicius Junior was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And it's Kubo. Mikel Oyarzabal. Now this could be a chance. Tries to get it clear. Nicely weighted. Oskarsson! A real chance and a real let-off.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Seedorf. And here's Mbappe. Applies the finish! It's run loose. Who's going to get... Oh, he's been caught on it here. Nice control. Played in. And that has been cleared. Out of play for a goal kick. Trientes. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. And here's Kubo. Trientes. Carlos Soler touches it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Baranechea gets a cross in. Mbappe. Now Seedorf. And it's Edmilson. And he's forced to go back. Vinicius Junior going after that. And that brings the first half to a close. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So, nothing to report so far on the goals front.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. So let's get the ball rolling.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Vinicius Junior threads one in. Vinicius Junior has got himself a free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Oh, smart save, he had plenty to do.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Kubo. Carlos Soler. That's going wide left. Now Barrenechea. That's a cute ball. And he's there to clear it. Nicked it back promptly. Barrenechea puts a cross in. It's loose now and they want to get it back. And it's Soler. Shoots! And he couldn't finish.
Oyarzabal deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
No, that's been intercepted. Seedorf looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Look, stopping him is imperative. It may not eliminate trouble, but it'll reduce it.
That's a throw. Yamal. That's a sharp pass. He's on it, can he get away?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
Yamal. That has been cut short. Martin with the clearance. Spread to the right. Oh, played through for the wide man. Can he finish?
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
And here's Vinicius Junior. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Oyarzabal. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Plenty of action at either end, just nothing to show for it.
Yes, and it's been far from uneventful. We've had a healthy amount of attempts at goal from both teams, and with this kind of ambition, we may not have to wait too long.
Karikaburu. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. That's destined for the flank. That's good play. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vinicius Junior looking for options for movement. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Martin. Turientes opts for safety. Chaleta Shah. Turientes. Karikaburu. Now it's Gonzalo Guedes. Played out towards the right wing.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Aramburu. Zaharian ventures forward.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
No outsmarting him this time.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Yamal. Oh, such a clever touch. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Can he get on the end of this? He is just caressing the ball. Now it's Gonzalo Guedes. And he welcomes it in. Zach tries a shot! He lifts the roof! Oh, is this it? Have they won it? And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Milan can make their change now with a break in play. So, time for a potential game changer.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Milan simply forgot to turn up with an attack, Peter, and that lack of cutting edge could possibly turn into something more serious for them.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
La formazione del Milan. Il numero 2, Pepe. Il numero 6, Seedorf.
There's the whistle. And here's Lewandowski. It's a searching pass. Carlos Alenia. Tony Martinez! Off target by a whisker. Carlos Alenia. Played through into space. He's found space here. Deftly away. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Lewandowski. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
He has a look out. Can he finish? Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Lamine Yamal really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And he can thump it away. Alava have the chance to go the other way. Figo aimed beyond the defence. Ball swung in. Back in once more. Getting up there! It's hit the upright. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Rebak. Alava are very well equipped down the flanks. It is a tried and tested formula.
Well, Peter, that can cause real problems if they're allowed to run riot in those positions, whether through direct running or from deliveries towards the box. It can work.
Tries a shot! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Milan have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Nice physical challenge. Johnny. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Carlos Alenia. Lewandowski. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Figo. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Big chance! He's got a goal! They're level in a trice!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Alava restore parity.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
It's just beyond his reach. Tony Martinez. Out towards the flank. Lovely feet. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. He'll try to keep this alive. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, there's the clearance. Mbappe, can he get it through? Shot, oh, shooting chance! Goal, Milan! And they get themselves in front! Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Camavinga, he shifted it to the flank.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
He's had a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's rising! Oh, crossbar! Well taken goal. And they're threatening to fly away here. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Milan now in a position far more desirable.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
That's the end of the first 45.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Milan largely dominant, up by 2 at the break. The scoreline 3-1. So off we go again. And he's picked it up out wide. That's going across goal. And he's there to clear it. Kamavinga. Seedorf. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. Thinks about the shot. Very nicely done. And he's only too happy to take that back. Yamal's cross. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Carlos Alenia looking to pass their way up the pitch. Figo. Mbappe is onto it in a flash. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pressure coming in from all directions. Lewandowski being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence...
And the finish! Carlos Alenia. Rebak. Referee's given a throw. Yamal. Lewandowski might just make this. Mbappe is onto this. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he gets rid in a hurry. Stood up well to him there. Rebak. Nice looking ball. And that was asking for too much. Alava choosing to make the first change.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Yamal. Seedorf. Now it's Mbappe. Raul, very much a man of this moment. Tony Martinez. That has been slung wide. It's a promising position. Has a look up and delivers. And it's claimed by the keeper. Nuno Mendes. And it's Figo. And Mendes. Seedorf. Probing pass. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. Mbappe. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Now, can they get him away? No outsmarting him this time. Could move up a gear here. Threads one in. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of, go make a nuisance of yourself.
Johnny. Turns back here, probably the best option. Tony Martinez. He's being urged to shoot. Mbappe, who has set up 2 goals. He's had it taken off him. Done delicately. No luck with that dink over the top. Ball's over the line, and it is a corner. So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Milan are looking to go forward now. Oh, that's fabulous. He's a sharp little ball here. Milan have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Camavinga given the lift of his goal. Pepe. Seedorf. Looking for the run. Neatly clipped into space. That's the keeper's ball. Rebak. Carlos Elena. That's destined for the flank. Rebak. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. That's very neat. And he won't reach that. Can he get on the end of this? Real chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. And that will be the final act. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome. Lewandowski on the score sheet 3 times. Very much the man. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Nuno Mendes here, I think, will be very important, Peter, particularly if they start to spread the play, because he's excellent in one-on-one positions, both attacking and defending. So I'd expect him to have some of that cutting edge in the team, making himself a great option when they've got possession.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. And looking down the list of names, it does look, Jim, as though it's going to be a 5-3-2.
Well, a reinforced rearguard, Peter, and a compact midfield probably suggests that they're focusing much on giving very little away. I think if you commit to that, then you really can't afford to concede, because it clearly demands a quick change in approach if you do, which isn't always easy, because in the build-up to this, believe me, they'll have been working principally on organisation and shape in training. And it's not easy just to suddenly come out of that.
So we're up and running. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Maradona. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. That's a throw. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Plays the return pass. Nicely spread. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Ricky Puig. And it's Maradona. Passing nice and neat. Played up towards the front line. Mbappe going face to face with his great rival. Oh, can he get onto this? Ricky Puig. Neither of these two want to come off second best. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And here's Maradona, looking for options for movement. And that's played in low. That's going to go a long way. Not the most accurate pass. This looks... Mbappe! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now they can spring out of defence. No goals as yet. Oh, good-looking ball. Eder Militao gets across to intercept that. And he's going to be disappointed with that. Out towards the flank. He is just caressing the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. No, he's not getting any further than that.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
That's a good run down the left. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Works it forward.
Milan couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
That has been slung wide. Shot could be on. Real chance! Off the post. And there's the shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mbappe. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Ricky Puig. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Turns back here, probably the best option. And he's gone looking for safety. Vigo does really well to win the ball there. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Ricky Puig. Hazard. Looking here to chip it through. Oh, that was vital. Shifted upfield. Edmilson. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Eder Militao.
Un minuto de descuento.
Maradona. Figo. Hazard. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. So, a temporary halt to the action. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So, nothing to report so far on the goals front.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. So the action resumes. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Figo. Figo stood his ground strongly. Nuno Mendes. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Opts for safety. Now he's off and running. Well read, nice interception. Eder Militao. Here's Ricky Puig. Figo. Here's Ricky Puig. Maradona.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Figo. Goalless still. Neither side really getting onto the front foot. And it's Maradona. Tries a measured ball. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He's under a lot of pressure there. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Edmil's looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Well, he's the quarterback equivalent, so I'm not surprised that he's being closed down first.
It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Distributed tidily. Oh, good spread. Azar. And the counter is on. Maradona. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he's forced to go back. No, he's not getting his way this time. Eder Militao. Figo. And here's Mbappe. And here's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior has been caught there, it's a foul.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 11 será sustituido por el dorsal 10.
Maradona! That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
That's a sharp pass. And the through ball. And this is Maradona. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Looking to play him in. Oh, it's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's.
Milan clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Shoots! And he hits the net! Finally the breakthrough!
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Opts for safety. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And here's Mbappe. He's a sharp little ball here. That's going up front in a hurry. And it's Maradona. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Cambio de jugadores.
The pass has gone astray. That's really well cleared. Milan have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Lovely. Big chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Raul. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Milan nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mbappe, and this is Maradona. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Oh, some astute defending there. Looking for the run. Oh, he's found support out wide. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And he shoots! And no mistake! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Milan can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally, all round the better side. It turned into a very, very smooth ride. Mbappe picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me, and to wish you all a very good evening. Efootball.